In today's video, we not only have a baller gaming PC that's rocking the new RTX 3080, but we also have a 21x9 ultra-wide gaming setup that forms an insanely fun gaming combination. Let's have a look. No, I'm just playing Raid Shadow Legends, which is what I always do during the intro. Wait, why did the intro stop? Keep it rolling, man. I gotta finish killing this boss. I can't stop playing this game. Hey, welcome to Zach's Tac Turf. Today we're going to be checking out how well the RTX 3080 can handle some 3440 by 1440 ultra-wide gaming, and I'm just going to be checking out ultra-wide gaming just in general and sharing my thoughts with it. Before that though, a quick word from today's sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by my latest addiction, Raid Shadow Legends. No, seriously, they're not paying me to say that part. I'm literally playing it right now. I've actually been playing Shadow Legends for the last week now, and it's way more fun of a game than I anticipated. It's a massive hero collecting and team building game with literally tons of baller looking heroes that you can use to slay down huge bosses and even other players. My favorite part of the game is how welcoming it is to newcomers, as there's not just an active Reddit community with over 40,000 fans, a Discord server with over 100,000 members, but there's this in-game review system where you can see what other players think of each individual hero, and it even provides recommendations on what gear to give them. This is perfect for someone like me that doesn't have a ton of time to do all that research, and I just want to stay in the action and continue killing other players. Raid Shadow Legends is a gigantic community with over 1 million players every single day. There's over 216,000 clans and over 25 million downloads so far. And if that's not enough, the new Forge just came out, so you can now save time and start crafting up top quality artifacts so you can jump into the competition right away. You can play Raid Shadow Legends on mobile devices and even on your PC, which you guys know I prefer. So go ahead and download this game by clicking the link in the description box, and if you're a new player with that link, you'll start with a massive 100,000 silver as well as some clan boss keys, mystery shards, and even an awesome champion. I'll see you guys in there. Alright, so for today's testing, this is a $1,500 gaming PC build that I uploaded a few weeks ago, and it was originally rocking an RTX 2080 Super, but you know I had to swap that out for a brand new RTX 3080 Founders Edition, which I recently made a dedicated video on. Inside this PC is also a Ryzen 7 3700X and 16GB of DDR4 RAM clocked at 3200 MHz, so we definitely have a capable enough system for pushing all of these pixels.
So we have a capable gaming PC, but we also have a capable sniper for today's testing as well.
Speaking of pixels, we gotta give a huge shout out to Monoprice for not just hooking us up with this baller gaming monitor, but they actually sent over all of these peripherals today so that I can do some ultra-wide testing. So let's quickly work our way through all of these, and then we'll get into the ultra-wide benchmarks and play testing. We definitely need to start with this monitor, and this is part of Monoprice's new dark matter gaming peripheral lineup, just like everything else we have here today. Links are down in the description for everything we talk about, and this here is a 34-inch 21x9 3440 by 1440 FreeSync VA panel. It's 1500 R curved and rocking a gray-to-gray response time of 4 milliseconds, which I didn't notice any lag by the way, and honestly, it just turned off. Honestly, I think it's the most fun gaming monitor that I have down here in my studio right now. The 3440 by 1440 resolution is a serious amount of pixels. Don't get that twisted for the standard 16x9 1440p you're used to hearing, as this is way more pixels than that, and overall it's just an absolute beauty that I'm actually installing in my daily driver setup as soon as I'm done with this video. It's also VESA compatible if you want to mount it, but it does come with a pretty decent stand that includes height, tilt, and swivel adjustments. Next up, we have this keyboard and mouse combo. These are also part of Monoprice's new dark matter gaming line. There's no software as of right now, so I'm not a huge fan of that. You can only control the RGBs by cycling through them with the function and F12 key, so this is a pretty basic board in terms of features. I actually am a fan of how the keys feel, as I do like the Cherry MX Reds, and I don't have anything negative to say about the actual performance of the keyboard. Switching over, we have the mouse, and this is the dark matter Aether, which is rocking a Pixark PMW3389 sensor with up to 16,000 DPI, and once again, I really wish they would have included some software with this one as well. You can only control your DPI by scrolling through the 6 presets, and each preset actually controls which color scheme you have to go with. In my opinion, this is just cheaping out. You definitely should be able to control both your DPI and your RGB color scheme completely independent of each other. I have a feeling a lot of gamers would get pretty upset if they're rocking like an all green setup like this, but they have to use the DPI setting, which only allows them to use the red color scheme. Other than that though, I do like the overall feel of the mouse with its longer design, and especially the rubberized and grippy materials on the left and right buttons, and even underneath the side buttons.
There's also removable weights inside the mouse, so you can get the exact feel that you need for sniping.
Underneath the mouse, we have this dark matter mouse pad. This one I definitely don't have anything negative to say about it. This pad is rocking a clean AF all black design with just a subtle dark matter logo in the bottom right hand corner. It's super durable and heavy, and it's rocking an obnoxious 900 by 420 millimeter dimension, and easily the biggest mouse pad that I've ever played with before. And finally, the last peripheral Monoprice sent out for me to test this ultrawide gaming setup was this Supernova USB headset, and this is so close to being the most comfortable headset that I own, but I think they messed up part of this design. The ear cups are an incredibly soft material, which I'm confident I could wear for days on end without having any issues. The material on the top of the band is great as well, but this inline remote is where things went a little wrong. The actual remote itself is great because it allows you to adjust your volume, mute your mic, enable 7.1 surround sound, change the EQ and even the RGB colors, but the problem is that it's only about 2 feet away from the actual ear cup that it's attached to. This means that when you're using the headset, that inline remote ends up dangling like right here, which obviously just kind of like makes you feel like it's weighing you down a little bit. There is a clip on the back of the remote, which is great, but nobody is going to clip that to their shirt these days, and especially not up here. I just think that this was a design flaw. The weight of this pulling down on you is incredibly distracting, and I hope in their version 2 they approve upon this. This would have been so much better if there was at least 4 feet between the ear cup and the remote so you can set it on your lap or even on your decks, but where things got a bit better are the actual sound quality of the headset. I thought the directional audio quality was great even without using 7.1, and for those of you that want a microphone test, this is what it sounds like.
Mic check 1, headshot 1. Mic check 2, headshot 2.
Overall, I think it's pretty neat that Monoprice is jumping headfirst into this gaming peripheral scene with the new dark matter kit. I personally think the monitor is miles away of everything else, but there's only a few tweaks that need to be made for the entire setup to really get to the next level. With all that out of the way, it's now time to talk about some RTX 3080 ultrawide gaming performance, so let's just start working our way through some of these games. The first game I tested was Fortnite, which I actually didn't know had proper 21:9 support until now, and in 3440x1440 resolution with pro settings, I got a very solid 240 frames per second. For someone that's not used to 21:9 gameplay, I felt a huge advantage seeing more of what's around me without having to turn around so much, which is incredibly useful in a battle royale game, and I was definitely excited to try some more games out.
Come back. Sit down, son. Okay. 1 kill. There we go. Oh, here we go. We got somebody else. Does he have an ultra-wide monitor? Okay. He's definitely not gaming on ultra-wide. He sucked. Oh, hello, sir. Hello, I'm right here. Hello. Oh my god. Oh my god. This could be bad. That might have been a bot. He was pretty bad. Oh, he's trying to sneak up on me. Okay. Okay. Sit down, son. Sit down. Oh boy. Oh boy. Sit down. Look at this dude running from me. Probably doesn't have an ultra wide. Sit down. Oh my god. Are we going to do this? We might do this, ladies and gentlemen. We might do this. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my first ever Fortnite win and my first ever Fortnite game on ultra wide. I don't know what else to say. Okay, Fortnite God confirmed. Let's go.
Speaking of which, the next one I tested was Forza Horizon 4, and in 3440x1440 in ultra settings with dynamic optimization turned off, I got a very solid 138 FPS average. Unlike Fortnite, where 21:9 provided a competitive advantage, I feel that in this title it provided a scenic advantage where I was really just taking in all the sights as I could see so much more around my car. I actually did feel a little bit of a competitive disadvantage because both the minimap and the tachometer are now farther away from where I'm looking at in the center of the screen, so that's definitely something that would take a little getting used to. After that was my personal favorite Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Make sure you smash that subscribe button, by the way, because you know I'll be releasing some COD Cold War benchmarks when it launches, and in 3440x1440 in normal aka medium settings, I got 168 FPS. This was an incredibly smooth playing experience, and I definitely enjoyed that advantage once again of being able to see more around me.
Let's get out the snipe. Here we go. Sit down, okay? Here we go. Sit down. How did I miss that? Oh, you sit down. How did I miss? Oh, that was nasty. Should I come back? I'll come back. Good idea. Should we go for another one? Look at that guy. Look at this guy running from me. Oh, sniping is a little bit more difficult in Call of Duty. I mean, I still own, but...
Next up, I wanted to test out Minecraft since Nvidia was cool enough to hook me up with a Minecraft for Windows code so I could test it with ray tracing and in 3440 by 1440 max settings, and with ray tracing set to max distance and settings, I only got 105 FPS. Now 105 is perfectly fine and certainly smooth enough, and I thought it was so cool to see a huge RTX world like this covering so much screen real estate. Next up was Metro Exodus. I just had to throw in another synthetic RTX benchmark for some more testing, to be honest, and using the built-in benchmarking tool in 3440 by 1440 with the RTX preset, I got 70 FPS. Definitely needs some more power if you wanted to push this demanding of a game to higher FPS with ray tracing turned on. And finally, the last game I tested was Battlefield 5, this time with and without ray tracing just to see the performance hit. First up in 3440 by 1440 high with DXR set to high, I got 80 FPS. This was actually a little choppier than I would have liked, but please remember that 3440 by 1440 is a ton of pixels and not your standard 16 by 9 1440p. After that, I kept all the settings the same and simply turned DXR off, and I got 129 FPS. That's actually a pretty significant 61% increase. Overall though, I definitely enjoyed my time testing out this new ultra-wide gaming setup, and I do wish that I had more time to test out more 21 by 9 supported games. Make sure you let me know in the comment section what games you guys are playing in 21 by 9, and also if you're enjoying it more than the standard 16 by 9 experience. I actually think that if I didn't live stream every Tuesday and Thursday, twitch.tv/ZachsTechTurf by the way, I think that as a consumer, I would use a 21 by 9 monitor as my daily driver, but as a streamer, I just don't want to go through the hassle of trying to stream 16 by 9 content using a 21 by 9 monitor. As always, be sure to let me know your thoughts down in the description. Big thanks to Nvidia for sending out the RTX 3080 so I didn't have to deal with that launch madness.
I feel like I'm the RTX 3080 sniping god.
Shout out to Monoprice for this new dark matter gaming peripheral setup, and finally, I hope you enjoyed this video.
Now, CSGO might not be as fun as Raid Shadow Legends, but I'm certainly having some fun with it.